Okay, so this is worthless now. Another review. I just did a review about that, about games being worthless. It's funny how we should just wait for games, but we don't know in life if they're gonna come up with other stuff with the same game of part one. You know, I just did that. This one's worthless. This one is worthless. So if you don't own Street of Rage 4, which is the best brawler I ever played in my life, and I'm a big brawler fan and I own them all, it's my top. Is it worth it? With the Nightmare, Mr. X Nightmare DLC, I was expecting some new levels or whatever, but they have the Nightmare. I'll just explain the Nightmare DLC, what it adds more. Yes, it's the best brawler, but the Nightmare DLC, it's very original, and I wish I waited and just bought this glorious, because when you own both of them and you're a big fan of this one, you don't mind getting this one. If you just want to go with this one and you own this one, you just pay an extra $10 online. Not like me, I spend another $50. That's $100 to have both copies. You can just pay $10 and you have the Mr. X DLC. But you won't have it physically. Physical is in here. So the Mr. X Nightmare DLC is on here. So let's just explain the Mr. X DLC. It's kind of... I was hoping for new levels, and I wasn't disappointed. Because it's a roguelike type of Street of Rage. It's infinite waves. Well, you get a wave, you beat the wave, then you get power-ups. You know, kind of like... What was that game? The Binding of Isaac. It's like a roguelike like that. Well, and you defeat enemies and you get special power-ups. At each of the power-ups in the Mr. Nightmare DLC, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. But sometimes you get weaker. It's never the same every time you start the Mr. X Nightmare DLC. And it's never the same. It's a survival mode. And sometimes you get so strong. I think the top I did was 20 levels. But that's the catch. All the characters you play with. Plus you have 3 extra characters on here. And you got Shiva. Shiva was the boss in Street of Rage 2, I remember-ish. And it was badass. But you get to play him. And he's super strong. You get Estelle. And you get Max. Max should have been on the first game without being a DLC character that you have to pay for. But he's in here now. All the characters you unlock while you play through the Mr. X DLC, you get to unlock other moves with your character. Like, the more character you play with. I was playing with Shiva. Basically, my main character in Street of Rage history has been Axel. And I should be playing with him to unlock new moves. And the moves you unlock, you can use in the game. You could go back and play the main game. Plus, you have Mania mode on here. Mania mode was the super hardest mode ever. I think you have even Mania mode plus for this version that you don't have on the other one. So basically you can redo the other game, and Mania on this is just insane. It was already hard, but Mania must be crazy. Like quasi impossible to make. But then you play the Mr. X DLC. You play your characters, you unlock new moves. The more levels you succeed, the better moves you upgrade, the better moves you get for your characters. Then you play through all the games and get better and better and better. So you get rewarded to play the Mr. X DLC with whatever characters you like. That's basically it. And new enemies you do meet in the Mr. X DLC. That is also quite epic. So I wouldn't pass on for any Street of Rage fan. Must own, must buy that new Mr. X DLC. Really is a game changer. I wish I've waited and just got this version. So don't miss out on this. All Street of Rage fan. Well, if you don't want to lose money, just resell this one and go get that one. I'm just saying. I'm not a reseller. I don't want to. I feel attached to my stuff. Kind of. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Quick review. Do we have some more? Anything else I need to talk about? I'm thinking about it. See you in the next one.